John, this is our next in our series, American Dystopia. This is Saturday, April 4th, 2020. As we come about this particular time period, we know if this continues for a long time where people can't go out and work and do other things, particularly those who are on hourly wages or those who have jobs in the entertainment sector, whether it's mini golf places or whether it's businesses, restaurants, whatever, they're going to begin to suffer financially. And government can't solve all these problems. Some of them are going to need help from us, from those who are willing to share our things with others. The problem is, if we're not in the habit of doing those things when times are good, we're not likely to do those kinds of things when times are difficult. Hear what Solomon encourages us to do in Ecclesiastes 11. He says, "Cast your bread upon the waters, for you will find it after many days. Give a portion to 7, even to 8, for you know not what disaster may happen on earth. If the clouds are full of rain, they empty themselves on the earth, and if a tree falls to the south or to the north, in the place where the tree falls, there it shall lie. He who observes the wind will not sow, and he who regards the clouds will not reap." Now, there's a lot of things in there. For example, the logic. Where a tree falls, there it shall lie, and also a reminder that we need to go out and actually sow our seed instead of just observing things and never getting to the work. But this idea of casting your bread upon the waters and giving a portion to 7, even to 8, is a reminder that we are to be generous, to be liberal with what we have. In other words, we don't just save it for ourselves. In this time, I've heard that there are people that are buying extra ammunition. There are those that are hoarding things for themselves. And this is the mentality of someone who is looking for themselves. But Christians, our two relationships, first is to God. We're liberal and we give to God more than even our tithe because we love Him. But also we're generous to others because we love our neighbor as ourselves. And so we're willing to give a portion, not a bit, a portion. And it says, notice the second half of that verse, "For you know not what disaster may happen on earth." In other words, we should have been in the habit of giving when things were good, being generous to others, and inviting others to enjoy what God has given us. So now we come to this time period where people may need it. And since we've been in the habit of doing those things, we're in the habit now. We want to be generous to those around us. Always look for the opportunities to be generous to others with what God has given you. After all, what Paul said to the Corinthians, "What do you have that you have not received? Everything is a gift from God."